Yes, kids are always hungry, and that's fine. Nothing wrong with a good, healthy appetite, as long as it gets taken care of at the right time with enough of the right foods. And here in the United States, we're lucky. Our children, none of them need to go hungry. We've got the food.
What do you think is the #1 complaint I hear from kids?
Lunch. It's not cooked. It's just not cooked. It's just microwave and it tastes bad.
We have a high percentage of students living at or below the poverty level.
Hunger is our #1 concern that comes up each and every day as an implication of poverty.
Should I eat this? Is it good?
85% of the kids who go to the public schools in Boston get 75% of their calories every day from schools.
When you talk to young people, you hear over and over again, oh, we want better food.
I come out of lunch hungry. That doesn't even make sense to come out of lunch hungry, but I do.
The kicker is it's a $25 billion industry to feed kids in schools.
They don't have knives, they don't have cutting boards, they don't have funding. It's hard to serve healthy foods when you have a can opener and a microwave.
Anything is better than we've got now. What we've got right now is so bad that kids aren't eating at all.
And so I was in a school one day, and we were going to do a food tasting. And when I walked into the cafeteria, it was a heating oven and a freezer. And they opened the freezer and showed me the food, and the food was all frozen. And I later found out it was shipped up from Long Island, and it was all wrapped in plastic. They showed me how they heated it up in the plastic, served it in the plastic. And I said, is that the way we feed kids? And he said, oh, yeah, this is primarily, you know, the majority of urban kids are probably fed that way. And it's very efficient, and there's big businesses built around it, and, you know, that's how it is.
So is that the best way to do it?
That's very standard way to do it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
They're within the nutritional guidelines of the USDA program and the dietary guidelines for Americans. They don't look healthy, but they are.
Sure. And what are you using to heat it up now?
I don't know that I was well equipped for it, except for that I've always been an entrepreneur, and challenges like this are really interesting to me. I've started a bunch of companies, I've raised tons of money, I've sold companies, I've created product, I've done all kinds of things. We were going to be launching this foundation, focusing on education and healthcare. And I know how important nutrition is and food. And so I figured I'd just dig in and see if it could be fixed.
Hey, Ed.
Hi.
I'm Jill Shaw.
Hi, Jill. Ed, what's going on?
So nice to meet you. Thank you for having us.
Hey, Ross, how are you?
Nice to meet you.
Yeah, this sounds awesome and ambitious, but it's awesomely complicated and awesomely ambitious at the same time, right?
Right.
So, unfortunately,
Those are the only things we do. We decided.
Go big or stay home.
Exactly.
I mean, that's it.
Yeah, that's right. So tell me.
The food service industry as a whole is in a massive crisis for skilled labor. Right?
Really?
Oh my goodness. You have the world of, not to be diminishing or condescending, the lunch lady.
Yeah.
That can be a guy or a woman.
Right.
And they have a very short list of tricks right? And that they know what they know. And one thing that lunch ladies and men don't like to do is change. You're asking a woman who's later in their career path to say, okay, well now this is on the wall and I'm touch screening something versus where'd my on-off switch go?
Right.
And look, the reality is the plumbing side of things gives us a heart attack every project. Engineers will tell you nothing can be done. It's too much trouble, especially maintenance guys on site, because they just want their life to be easy.
And then right now there's a rule that says that schools can't deal with uncooked meat, so they bring in all the animal proteins cooked.
Food safety is a constant concern. You know, they're trying to hedge their bets. And bringing in raw chicken, in their mind, is like, you know, nuclear waste.
Why are we dealing? Yeah.
So, but there's a brave world out there that deals with raw chicken on a daily basis successfully. So, but I mean, that's how we've got to where we are, right? That's how we have got to the meals that these kids are eating.
Right.
Dumb it down, make it safer, make it cheaper, reduce the labor load. How do you feed 200 kids with 2 lunch ladies? In their mind, you call Tyson and tell him to send me fully cooked chicken fingers.
Yep, now let's go in the freezer. Does she need yogurt? I have more yogurt. This is all that's left till tomorrow. You're gonna sit downstairs. Corey, is there any barbecue sauce? This job is not an easy job. So we need turkey sandwiches and egg salad sandwiches, and then we can make them, all right? We all work hard at the end of the day. So no matter what school you go to, everybody's working. You don't see people standing around. Linda, what did you do with that case of butter yesterday? All right. There's only like 4 left. We range from 1,100 to 1,200 kids. Today will probably be over 1,100. The first lunch will be like 3-something. Then we go back in there and we cook the second lunch. And then we cook in between second and third lunch for third lunch. Satellite's a little easier because everything's packaged. All that stuff that's in those packages is processed, not like us. I think we do a good job. The food, the presentation. You get to see the kids and they're smiling, they're happy. And they know what they're eating. And when they come back for a second, and you can't give it, you feel bad, but come back for a second is a good thing.
That means you're doing something right.
Yes and no, because maybe they're coming back for a second because they're hungry. They don't have food at home, so.
You're right. Half of these kids don't have a home.
Yeah. A lot of kids, they say, I eat here and I go to work, and I don't.
And I haven't eaten since I ate here yesterday. That's what they say, that's right.
Yeah.
That's what they say. Say, Jenny, I ate lunch and that was the last thing I ate. And I say to them, honey, if I could give it to you, I'd give you anything you wanted, but I can't give it to you.
Right. Maybe some of them dropped out because their parents are sick. Yep.
Gardner Pilot Academy is located in Allston, Massachusetts. We are a Boston public school. We're very close to Harvard University. Allston is an incredibly diverse community. While it's perceived as serving primarily college students, it is rated as the 3rd highest poverty rate in the city of Boston. When you start to actually hear the stories of children where food insecurity is such a real thing for them, it's beyond what you can fathom when that's not your reality. The number one reason kids come to the nurse's office is due to stomach pain, and most of that is related to symptoms around hunger.
You don't like broccoli?
I eat broccoli. I love broccoli.
You love broccoli? Do you like the school broccoli?
No, it's watery.
Tastes watery?
Yeah, the bottle's not supposed to be watery. It's supposed to be hard.
You're right about that.
So I think it became a dream about 10 years ago. As a principal, you have to be responsive to your kids and your families, and wanting a kitchen here was not something I was like, oh, as a principal, I want to go and build a kitchen. It was every year talking to children and them telling you, what are the things that don't work here?
I like cooked food, not microwave food. Some of us don't even eat the whole day because the food's bad.
Did you eat this?
Nope.
So what did you really eat for lunch today? This and a cheese stick is what you had for lunch, and nothing else?
Nope. All I had was milk.
All you had for lunch for today was milk?
I had carrots and milk.
What did you have, Carl?
Carrots and milk.
Carrots and milk. What did you have?
I ate the sun butter.
You had the sun butter?
Yeah.
What I had? What did you have for lunch?
4 cheese sticks and milk.
4 cheese sticks and milk and nothing else for lunch today?
Yep.
What did you have for breakfast?
Nothing.
You have reached Boston Public Schools Facilities Management and Planning and Engineering Department.
Jill had approached me and was just starting the Shaw Family Foundation and asked if I would be the first executive director.
All right, is that time confirmed, 10 o'clock?
Having Ross involved in this was critical. He is from the Boston public school system. He understands how to navigate his way around. He understands how to move through a bureaucracy and get things done.
Change is incredibly hard in any large system. And there's so many different entities involved. I was told some things when I was a teacher, a principal, and then a central office administrator, and even as a parent, that the way things were was because it's just the way it is what I was used to hearing.
We want every kid in Boston to get fresh food, made daily, made locally, which is highly nutritious and is delicious. That's step one. The only way that you can get better food is you need to have kitchens. The missing link in solving this riddle is getting kitchens into every school. The schools in Boston are some of the oldest in terms of buildings and facilities in the country. The reason there are no kitchens is that when they were built, kids would go home at midday for lunch.
Healthy scholars need healthy food.
In 1945, Congress started the school lunch program because during the draft, the #1 medical reason that otherwise qualified Americans couldn't serve was poor nutrition.
The school now has a fully equipped lunchroom where hot food is served to all pupils at a nominal charge.
So the government moved to really rapidly address undernutrition, and they were very effective.
For the poorer children, there's no charge at all.
They moved to ensure that food was produced in more quantity and it was produced as cheaply as possible.
600 quality wieners pass through the famous hot dog highway.
Unintentionally, at the same time, food technology was advancing. We had an explosion of highly processed foods rich in starch and sugar and sodium and trans fat.
Yummy.
And so we went from undernutrition, too little nutrients, to poor nutrition in terms of too many processed foods. And that's really the crisis that's facing us today.
In the 1970s, the city started cooking for the public schools from a central commissary, serving prepackaged processed meals.
This area used to be here what we call our can room. We used to have a large can opener here. We'd bring 100 cases of applesauce in here or 100 cases of pineapple chunks. Staff would open up the applesauce. We'd have blending tanks. They would dump it right into the blending tanks. We'd add starch. And the blending tanks would attach to our serving line. So it would pump out applesauce or fruit cocktail, whatever, would be on our cold line.
What was the starch for?
Just to make it more thicker. So it wouldn't be as, to make it more thick when you're eating it, so it wouldn't be as watery. In 2005, we were using the same equipment that was installed in 1971. So a decision was made by the district to outsource the meals.
The current vended meal provider is a company called Whitson's. They ship to the city of Boston from Long Island. So I understand it, right? It's a $25 billion industry to feed kids in schools. And when venture and business see that kind of an opportunity, of course they're going to go after it. But the onus is on us to figure that out, because it doesn't feel right. There's a US government subsidy that's supporting the food that goes into these kids' mouths. And it's also paying for plastic wrap and transportation and logistics and operational inefficiencies and profit. Some segment of every dollar is paying for those things instead of for broccoli and chicken and, you know, food.
What is that? I don't eat that. I don't even eat this. What? Take what?
Many Spanish kids come to this school, and when we serve Spanish food, they don't like it. Hamburger and hot dogs, chicken nugget, chicken tenders, those are the favorite food. They're looking for American food.
We have the opportunity to feed all our children at no cost. You would think everybody's coming. They're not. So what is it?
Every meal that's taken is reimbursed by the federal government. And so participation rate is very important to the school system.
Take your food. Come here, honey. You have to take your food. Okay?
For every lunch that we serve, we get reimbursed about $3.28 or 29 cents. I live and die by that little budget. Because the more meals you serve, the bigger your budget becomes.
If you do the math on 57,000 students, you're in the like $85 million a year range. It's not a bad budget. But I mean, the crazy thing is that if a child takes a plate off the line and types in their number, it counts as a meal. Like, they could go dump it in the trash.
To get a reimbursable meal, we have to serve 5 components: a meat alternate, a grain, a fruit component, vegetable component, and dairy. Students need to take 3 out of the 5 components. And at least one of those components has to be a half-cup fruit or vegetable.
There is nothing, not in the hospitals, not on military bases, not the food that goes out to the supermarkets, not anything compares to the level of regulation and oversight in school food.
Vegetables are broken down into different subgroups. The red-orange subgroup, dark leafy green, legumes. We have to offer starches. Breakfast is a little bit trickier. We offer 8 to 10 servings of grain. Offer protein sources. If we offer eggs, all our grains, then yogurt, if you offer protein, we count it as a grain. And over the course of the week, that is 3 3/4 cup. Okay, all right. I'll start over.
Look at what the kids are bringing home. Look at, she's got M&Ms with yogurt, and then she's got a Kit Kat bar. Seriously, someone packed that for her for lunch. It's not like I didn't grow up eating Twizzlers and all this prepackaged stuff. I love all of this stuff that the food industry created. It tastes great. But this is so inherently critical to the success of a kid. When the child gets good food, it's transformative in the classroom. They're more teachable.
I'm just curious about sugar. Today's menu is waffles with syrup. I'm guessing it's not maple syrup.
Right.
There's sugar in.
When you have a certain level of stature in the community, you can call on exactly who you want to call on to help. So I was able to call the mayor's office, and because the access came from the top, every door opened. All right, what do we got here? Jeepers creepers. Well, there's 80 satellite schools in Boston. Satellite kitchens have nothing in them.
This is my place where I work. You see?
I'm so surprised that the health department thinks this is a hallway.
Where do they walk? They walk in and out of. So the notion is that we would take full-service kitchens, which we call hubs, and we would attach to them a series of spokes, which are satellite kitchens. The hub would prep the food every day. It gets delivered out to the satellite schools. The satellite schools would cook them, finish them, and serve them to kids.
This rested shut, yeah.
The concept was to put a small finishing kitchen that you often see in fast casual restaurants in 400 square feet in a basement of a school that was built, 1900.
Electrical.
I told the city that we could fund the transformation. We could be a bridge as they move from one system to a new system. We felt that if we could figure this out here, then other cities would be able to replicate what we've done.
How are you doing? Good. Hi.
The city advised us, start in East Boston. Choose 3 schools in East Boston and work with East Boston High School to be the hub. And so we're looking at the Bradley School, the P.J. Kennedy, and the Early Education Center East Boston. The spokes, if you will, so a hub and spoke model.
If we want to put a salad bar in both of these places, can we do that? Like, is there space to do that?
I'm dead set against salad bars and stuff.
Right.
Service. For food safety, the issue is the sinks.
Yeah, the issue is the sinks.
So some of the chefs that we're working with have told us about these combination ovens. So they're a combination of steam and heat. They're kind of magical in terms of what that does to food. It can make food look fried, but it's not fried. And it makes things taste unbelievably good.
Yeah. And this is what we're understanding. You need a combi oven so you could finish, like to reheat, finish. You need a cold serving area to do
What type of
salad
combi
stuff.
oven? Who made that recommendation?
But like almost every chef we've spoken to said that's.
We're not dealing with 5-star chefs in our schools.
Yeah,
they're a
we're
lot more involved with the computer panels and the cost of repairs. I'm not sold on these.
Right.
That's my opinion.
Sure.
Yeah.
One of the big goals that the student leadership team we've been really actively working on is how do we improve the quality of lunches. So this is your chance to really think about how do we change, redesign breakfast and lunch. What's the food gonna look like? What's the kitchen gonna look like? What's gonna happen?
Oh, I like this idea.
I mean, like a salad bar.
Yeah, like how Subway has their pick your own sandwich.
Billy kept saying to me, you gotta meet Erica. She's just like you.
Like middle schoolers would get a bigger plate than lower grades?
I don't know if the first time we met, she actually knew that we were also interested in kitchens and food, but for her it was fundamental.
More vegetable.
Yeah.
Like today, they had that sun butter sandwich, an apple in a plastic, and carrots. And if they don't like that, that's what they got.
I mean, my hope would be that we can duke this out later, but that there would be salad bars, and then there'd be a hot service line, but the hot service line would be delivered.
Based on my experience, and I'm not saying I'm right, it's all my, well, I am right about this. I like the idea of a salad bar, and I said this to Jill behind the line. For food safety,
Totally fine. Well, I don't care how they get it.
Especially with the norovirus, it's just...
Fine. They don't have to do it themselves. I'll have someone give it to them. It's like if they could have an option or add to that. Like if you're an 8th grader and you're starving, a sun butter sandwich ain't gonna do it. Yeah. So
I think everybody has an interest in supporting the Gardner and Erica's leadership on this. But Alston Brighton was outside of the initial scope of the Hub and Spoke program. And so, separate from that initial project, it would have to be named as an additional project. An additional procurement process would have to happen.
our level of readiness is there.
Right.
Whatever is going to be piloted, how can we be a part of the solution?
Yeah.
And I agree, we want to fix it for all 54,000 kids across the district.
Yeah.
Like where can we fit into that bigger plan? Like,
Right. So can we talk? We have meeting with Laura tomorrow.
Absolutely.
Get back to you.
That would be great.
It's just
Yeah.
us.
Yeah.
We can figure it out.
So we're gonna do a quick test here. We're gonna put these in for about 5 minutes. With the fan ramping up, again, auto reversing, right? You're gonna get the best of both worlds. So depending on
Could you do the chicken and the broccoli together?
Yeah,
So first of all, we got buy-in from Billy on the equipment. We had him go out and test combi ovens. He had all this pushback on combination ovens a while ago.
What's it, like a fan?
So it's fans in the back.
When he saw them, today's version, he liked them.
We wanted to try to prove a proof of concept that could show that we can actually, Boston can cook for Boston.
right now I've got my steam temperature set at 195. The product.
We knew that the city of Boston was talking about potential investments into infrastructure in the Boston Public Schools.
Put my product in.
So the pressure we were faced with was, let's do this in the right timing so the city could make this part of their investment.
So where's the cut? Right there. Oh. At PJK, we need a vent guy, and we need a plumber. At EEC, we need a plumber. We still need a contractor to install exhaust fans at PJK and Bradley.
Right now, it looks like we might be here at 6 a.m. tomorrow.
We had about 2 months to have the equipment delivered,
They broke it up into pieces. Muscle.
the construction done to install the equipment in the schools.
So you're getting a brand new cooler, brand new refrigerator, brand new freezer, combination oven. So all of this happens soon, starting like next week, and then over the summer is when they'll deal with all the rest of it.
Okay.
All right?
Great.
We're gonna make a brand new PJK.
Yes, I can't wait.
Anywhere along the way, we may decide, oh my God, this thing is totally not cost effective, and it's not gonna work. Because we gotta collect a bunch of data. Like, what's it gonna take to get it right for 4 consecutive Wednesdays?
I find being an entrepreneur really exciting. I like not exactly knowing where I'm going. I like that there's a bunch of different ideas to test. I like that you might fail. I like even more that you might succeed. But I like being in that space.
So we just need a truck and a driver to help take food from East Boston High School and deliver it to 3 schools.
What if we just call Uber?
The driver really should be certified serve safe.
Really? The driver has to be?
I don't know, let's look it up.
Right. Bye. All right, we gotta roll.
Thank you.
The FDA told Neshoba Brook Bakery that they needed to remove love from their label when it's listed under ingredients. And
Really?
the FDA gave them a warning and said love is not an ingredient, which I don't agree with. Love has a vibration, and I think it's impactful.
We're talking about FDA here, guys. Like, if you start letting shit in like love, where does it stop?
There's a vibration to love.
Yeah, I would just argue that doesn't belong on the ingredient list.
What's an ingredient, though? So it has to be a physical thing?
Yes.
But what's physical? Because everything's energy.
Ingredients are physical. What? What did you say? Yeah, it's a superfood.
Yesterday's breakfast, I didn't get to see the sugar. The sugar content was in a wrapper, a wrapped up, processed round thing. And then there was a fruit cup, not a fresh fruit cup, fake fruit, and that was breakfast.
It's not fake fruit, just to throw that on the table. It's real fruit in there, so
But not
just
fresh
want to
is
be
not
aware of
fresh.
that.
Not fresh is not fresh.
Why is Boston so tribal? And Boston is very tribal.
We deal with kids. You're never gonna please every single kid.
That friction that you see seems to be real.
You're still going to keep doing this satellite thing forever if you don't change it.
You know, people don't want to be on a committee, they want to be the star of the committee.
So we kind of came up with an idea of having what we call a hub and a spoke.
There was an idea of doing something like the Hub and Spoke project years and years ago, but it didn't get off the ground.
It's a pilot to see how it would work. But
This time around, we had the drive and the funding to move forward.
So financial support.
this financial support comes from the Family Foundation, the Shaw Family Foundation, which I should probably.
I thought this is a wealthy woman's desire and drive to get involved in yet another project. I've seen a lot of these come and go.
We're really not talking about what we're putting on the plate.
We're
this is to
totally
get to the plate.
talking about what
Right, but let's talk about what's really on the plate right now.
It's not because I want to give back. I don't feel like I owe the world anything. I don't.
I mean, the problem is, like, you can't turn on a dime when you're working 100% with U.S. government subsidies.
I just feel best when I am in it to help fix things.
It's a big school system, and it's baby steps, and you've got to go where you have support so that you can prove out a model and learn as much as you need to learn so that you can do it comprehensively. But
I don't know how you change it.
This is a big problem, and we think that we have a solution to it. We're not going away.
It's 93.8 cents for each peanut butter and jelly sandwich. How many components are in the peanut butter and jelly sandwich? 3. Okay, I hear 3. I hear grain, and I hear protein, and I hear fruit. Jelly is not a fruit. I'm just letting you know it's not a fruit. It must have to. One of my goals before we launched the pilot was that we wanted all of our employees to be part of the training. So we did a really robust boot camp because moving from a satellite serving process to a cooking process is completely different.
What if they don't take a fruit? In our school, they don't, sometimes they just take a peanut butter and jelly and a milk.
Then it's not a reimbursable meal. You must have a fruit or a vegetable as part of a reimbursable meal.
Have any of you guys eaten tofu here? It's going to be a challenge to not only get kids to be excited about it, but it's going to be a challenge to figure out how we're going to cook it to get kids excited about it.
So I reached out to Ken Oringer.
So put in a little bit of paprika. So you got
Ken, of course, is a chef. He runs incredible restaurants in the city and around the world.
The important thing, in my opinion, to make tofu tasty is to make sure that you drain out as much of that water as possible. And as Lawrence...
One day they just showed up. Jill came in and said it was gonna start here.
So the ordering, receiving, the decisions about how much food goes out in how many pans, all the chopping, the dicing, the slicing, the mixing, the assembling.
They didn't say, do you want to or don't you? They were like, this is what we're gonna do now. Okay, we like, okay, we'll do it. But we learned from the chef.
You know, don't be shy, don't be embarrassed, and if you have any questions, we're here for you.
I liked seeing the girls getting involved.
Perfect.
And the oven's great. I was excited.
I mean, I wish they had this kind of stuff when I was growing up.
Remember the canned government chicken in the can? Mm-hmm. It looked like tuna. That was for the poor people. If you were rich, you didn't have that. Only the poor people have that. I was one of those poor people.
Yeah, we's poor, but we's proud.
Yep.
When we would get our grilled cheese sandwiches, they would be inside the plastic, all burnt to the plastic, and they just toss it on a tray.
Not here, huh?
Oh yeah, that's Jersey for you.
We only know East Boston. Me, her. Me and Gabrielle were here 23 years. I grew up with her parents. Nancy, I knew her when she was in her mother's womb, and Corrine has the same relatives as me, and we all graduated here too. So we all know, but we're all in the same neighborhood.
I hope you're not offended by us white coats coming in. We're not trying to show you what to do.
The blue shirts ain't afraid of the white coats, okay? We ain't afraid of the white coats. I got.
That's cilantro?
Oh, I think so. Yeah.
Because we can add that to the chopped tomatoes, we can make a nice salsa for the tacos too. I love this because to be able to cook fish tacos, they have a huge Latino population here, so it's kind of a no-brainer that we should serve something where we can get them fish, which a lot of these kids don't have the opportunity to eat a lot of fish. And then we can serve with chipotle mayonnaise and fresh tomato salsa and, you know, hopefully guacamole. And they can see how you can make nutritious food taste really great.
Ken Oringer going rogue in the kitchen. Jenny, don't look.
We usually don't use salt. But it's ours.
I brought it with me.
It's our personal salt for us.
I brought it with me.
When we eat, we add salt.
Oh my God, you have your own salt?
We have our own
Salt in moderation is not a bad thing. Yeah, look at this. 24% in this, but we're not allowed to put salt on tomato sauce. You know how much salt 24% is? It's like...
It's a lot of salt.
Yeah. Again, I think all the salt is being used in all the wrong places.
Yeah.
Oh my God, those are beautiful. Linda, you see how golden they are? Okay, ready?
Ready? Ready.
Oh, it's good. That sauce is delicious.
And with the fish, it's so good.
Oh my God, I'm on a diet.
Okay, so we wanted to get back to you about the kitchens.
Yes.
So over in East Boston, we're just placing the order now for freezers, fridges, hot and cold serving tables, what's called a combi oven. So it's probably, around $50,000 equipment.
Okay.
So we are happy to make a donation of all of that equipment to Gardner as well.
That's awesome.
Yay.
That is really exciting. I have a big glowing smile on my face, which was what I was hoping you were going to tell me today, but I wasn't sure. That's amazing.
The remainder of money that you need, you're looking at $100,000 to $200,000. But we are committed to getting you that equipment and working with you on installation.
Gardner just scored a goal in their boys soccer team and just tied up the game.
That's fantastic.
I know, that was great. Well, this is awesome. Thank you so much.
You're very welcome.
That's great news. We just got $50,000. I know.
That's awesome.
We're getting a kitchen this summer.
Take the chicken over there and start laying chicken. Now we're going to the next school. Ready? We're on PJ Kennedy. Let's go. PJ Kennedy, we're gonna do the apples first. Linda, where's their cucumbers? Deb, leave my girls alone. They're working. They're working hard for their money. Right, Elsa? I was supposed to go to the gym this morning. I didn't go. Because I was thinking of this. Before we get delivered here, the carrots, all the vegetables, all the fruit, and we would have to do temperatures and logs, and we'd just prep it, put it together. They'd tell me how many they needed, and we'd portion it out and put it in cameos and send it off in the truck.
Go as far as you want.
10 minutes, everybody. Thank you, honey. Then we'll go try a fish.
Spring Pilot was really an all-hands-on-deck experience.
We didn't get a lot of waste.
We had food nutrition service staff on site. We had the foundation staff on site.
Green apples.
We were serving food on hot and cold serving lines for the first time.
Are we really putting chocolate milk on show? Are you kidding me?
Here they come. How are you guys?
Okay, come on, guys. Let's go. Very exciting. Let's go. Let's go.
Raise your hand if you want a cheeseburger. Cheeseburger? Who wants a cheeseburger? Chef, we're gonna need some more cheeseburgers.
Hey, Lovey, would you like meatballs or chicken salad or chicken? Would you like meatballs? Do you like meatballs?
What we wanted to make sure of was that you could provide fresh, nutritious food that kids love under the price of vended meals.
Chicken Caesar salad.
Our goal was to make sure that the city could operate this within the subsidy.
Oh, you're gonna try some fish too? Yes, I want that. I want that.
Okay, open your mouth, let's squeeze it in. Want some spicy special sauce? Yeah. 2 drops. 3 drops. All right.
It's very good. Everything is good? Yeah, everything.
They like it better than McDonald's, which is probably the best compliment ever. But we are different from McDonald's. We are a highly regulated program. So our hamburger buns are whole grain, and our beef patties are lower in sodium, and so is our cheese lower in sodium and in fat.
The best lunch I had like in school for years. And I've been here 3 years.
So we're exposing them to something that they recognize, but it's also nutritious.
It blew kids' minds. You know, you can see how it's completely transformative.
What are we gonna tell the kids tomorrow when they're gonna eat that crappy food tomorrow? I go, that's something you gotta do.
How did I make it? How did I cook it? I like it. I want to eat this every day.
This is just a pilot.
You guys know what you're doing. We all know what we're doing. We need people that are not you guys doing the work.
And I think that will come with the next phase.
You also know you need your employees. I need my employees back here working. That's what we should have had today to really see if it's going to work.
It might not be exactly how we would do it next year, but this is like just a pilot, so it's a kickoff.
I have 3 of these. If you need these, you know what I need to get? I don't know what they're gonna do for hours.
For the satellite schools.
There's no way we can cook 600 more kids and not get more hours. There's no way.
There are only 6 in this oven? Should be a full 10.
We're just barely making it. Sometimes we don't even get a break. But I know these women will have my back and we'll have each other. We'll make it as a team work. Yeah, do that.
A lot of people was here today. Everybody are so excited because everything is new, but it's a lot of work to do because it's extra work.
Now we have to cook. We have to prepare everything.
Very casual, but just to debrief on anything. Because we've got 2 months to plan for how we go back to executing in the fall. So, I mean, I think anything we can just get on the table now.
The only problem I had is like every day there was changing something in the menu. They were like, okay, we don't want peaches. They don't have peaches because they were frozen, so we're gonna do watermelon. So we need 200 watermelon. Now I'm like, okay, how many watermelon do I need to cut? Which I didn't know how many watermelon I need because we don't serve watermelon really.
Right. Menu changes to be more consistent.
Yeah.
Okay, now let me just get your reaction to this. The beef that we order right now, that we cook down, that's, comes salted, it comes prepared, all we're doing is heating it up. What if we bought a roast beef and cooked it down? You end up, if you do the calculations, you save $500,000 on beef, and you get a better product.
My concern would be the handling of the fresh food.
Yep.
It's a much higher risk to get foodborne illness, and we've never ever had an outbreak here in BPS. It's going to eliminate a lot of people that are not qualified to cook that kind of food.
But you could just hire a cook-off team. It would just be a different time of
You're
day.
gonna have to go up a lot more on your pay rates. I mean, and that's across the board because you can't have a cook making more than a manager who's responsible for running the whole show.
We have to make sure we're understanding if we're changing the position, then you want to make sure that you're putting the person in there that can adapt to the position, who can do it and wants to do it.
Right.
Yeah. You've got 3 people with possibility of having 2 to 3 people
can't see
under
any
you,
of them
and then
doing
and if they're kind of interested, kind of qualified, kind of not, they're just kind of doing it because they feel they have no other option. Guess where the weak links start?
Yeah.
Which you need to look at.
Because you probably are doing ordering, inventory, review.
No, never.
It's an opportunity to look at how we're going to train our staff to be able to meet those needs.
So right now we're sort of on a waiting period. We've got some funding, we've raised a significant amount of interest and donors, and we're ready to go. And we're in that place where right now we're waiting for
the total number of what it would cost. I actually have right here the plans of what some potential ideas are. So the architect was able to come up with different proposals of how the kitchen would look, and now is waiting to hear from the plumber, from the electrician, some of the other technical sides. I'm also waiting to hear back from some central people in the city. Lots of emails have gone out, lots of phone calls have gone out. I haven't gotten any official notification of what's actually happening.
Laura did not respond back to me, so finally I texted her. She texted back. Your response to the email, I'm sorry, I'm dealing with a couple of nightmares. But that she would call me at 1. So it's 1:20. So anyway, but we felt like if we could push hard to get them cooking and delivering food before the end of the school year, you would just use that momentum to take you right through the summer, right? It's so interesting what happened instead. Instead, it would literally just, there was silence. There was absolute silence.
We can't get a call scheduled. We can't get on the same page around menu or procurement. Mm-hmm. We get constant pushback around equipment, as if like there's only one way to do this, which is about 2 decades old thinking. School systems are not in the business of doing food.
Not knowing whether or not the support was there at the higher levels of the school system and in the city, that just made us waver.
The people in the system can't keep
because you're not going to get anywhere without support.
Right. The system loses focus,
right.
Gets distracted,
right.
Goes to a different fire,
right.
And leaves the philanthropic dollars on the table.
As we were working through the logistics of the East Boston Hub and Spoke project, we impacted 3 small satellite schools. That's just a small subset representative of the entire district. We still have to have a program in place to be able to provide vended meals to our children, all 85 of those satellite schools.
The contract was up. The bid process came around, and there were 3 bidders. Whitson's, which was the incumbent, Preferred Meals, and Revolution Foods. It wasn't exactly a transparent or open process. We assumed that essentially it was another sandbagging attempt to just give the contract again to Whitson's, that the decision to give it to the same vendor was already in the bag.
This is big boy school, man. Here you go. Big boy school.
Fine. How are you guys? How are you? You ready? I'm always ready.
Revolution Foods won the contract for this school year. It was a good step for the district because Revolution Foods represented a lot of the things that we wanted in reference to clean labels, cleaner ingredients.
What's up? How are you? How's lunch? You good? Mayor? Yes, I am. Mayor of what? Mayor of Boston. Not bad.
If we look at it per meal, it's probably about 21, 22 cents more per plate. But as a committee and as a city, we evaluated all of the proposals that were presented to us, and we thought that this was the best value.
I knew that the school system was most likely not going to use the current vendor because there was real concern about the quality of food. I was surprised that the school system agreed to a contract with a vendor that was higher than the USDA reimbursable rate.
Oh, it's so much better. Yes, it's much, much better.
We're gonna figure it out. We've budgeted for it. We knew we wanted something that was higher quality, and we knew we needed to be paid for it. And if it's about getting our young people something better, I think it's worth it.
Have one. It's good. I'm telling you.
We knew people would be smitten with Revolution Foods, at least for the first few weeks. But we also knew that people would get tired of Revolution Foods. This is the same thing that's happened with every food vendor who's come into Boston.
This is the greatest moment of my life. I never thought I would meet you.
Don't worry, there'll be better moments here.
It's way more expensive for the city to go with Rev Foods. So unless your food is substantially better, like basically unless they've solved the riddle. So yeah, I'm a little surprised. But I'm a sales and marketing girl at heart, so I also commend them on their ability to win the contract.
There was some hope that this new vendor is supposed to be much healthier options for our kids, and it does provide more choice, but we'll see and take a look at what they actually are getting. And as you can tell, there is a lot of plastic. So this is, what is this today? Actually don't even know what it is from the top of it. This would be the pizza. So again, oh, this is the third option, and this is
turkey and cheese.
Turkey and cheese what? On a flatbread. Turkey and cheese on a flatbread. So I'm a kid, I look at this, I have no idea what this is. This is it. This is our food services right now. Sometimes in urban education and people who are often marginalized in our society, we think that if we give them just a little bit, they'll be okay. It may be healthier than what we had before, but it's not good enough. Don't bring them. Take them, and if I see them again, I take them.
Yo, and we gonna show y'all what we be snacking on. You dig? Okay. Hot Cheetos and Takis. Hot Cheetos and Takis. I can't get enough of these hot Cheetos and Takis.
Where students are younger, they'll eat what's in front of them because they're hungry and that's what's given. And as they get older, instead of eating a school lunch that's provided, they get small amounts of change and they stop at the corner store to buy a $1 bag of Takis or chips. These Takis, which are really bad for you, they're chips, but they're the in thing. Where's your lunch? Did you give it away? Yeah, who's eating your lunch?
Javier.
Javier ate the lunch. What do you think that we need to do to help kids understand? How do we make you make better choices?
I would just want better food.
You have to make a deal, eat one of these. You gotta eat something better than potato chips, okay?
Cheetos and Takis.
Hi, Laura.
I just want you to be aware that the menu that we had planned on, lightly breaded chicken, is on there.
Well, no, I don't think so, because we had a discussion about if we were going to use frozen proteins, then leave the frozen proteins just as they are. I think that was a pretty clear point. And then Tangerino sauce, whatever that is, but which is prepackaged, that's why Ken spent so much time teaching sauces. So, I don't know. I don't know that we're on the same page still.
The district is in and moving this forward. My apologies that if it's coming across that we are not. That's not the intent.
I feel like the city has either got to want to fix it or they've got to decide they don't, that this is good enough. Like they've decided that they're going to pay for this new contract and it's going to be good. And then problem solved.
Can I say one thing, Laura, that has nothing to do with this menu? Yesterday, when we were working on this, saying we need the ingredient list, we need the menu items, your team says, well, we won't have it to you until tomorrow. And then when we get it, it says we're gonna use leftover fruits and vegetables and we're gonna use canned crap. That, to me, sends a message that it's like, I don't care about this, right? We will solve this issue, but it's gonna happen again next week. It's gonna happen again the week after if something does not change with the team taking this seriously. I know you do, Laura, but your team is not. That's all I want to say.
I understand.
Okay.
And I hear you loud and clear.
So I would move the hot and the cold and switch them.
Switch them? Okay.
Just because you're ending
It's gonna end with the cheese.
with the
Okay.
cheese.
We can do that.
The summer had been challenging. Scratch that. These plugs don't line up. But we were very focused on making sure that this project worked and that we continued the momentum that had been made in the spring.
Getting the new vendor, Revolution Foods, off the ground and ready to start in the fall. And I think we just lost a little bit of focus.
Okay. We're here.
So it was an opportunity for me to be reminded that this project is really important.
You guys made the sauce for the chickpeas?
We'll add the spinach once we get it on the steam table because it'll cook itself then.
Oh, I try one.
You want to try?
Can I see what that is?
What do you guys think?
It's Chinese food.
Does it taste like Chinese? It's kind of Indian influenced. It's called a garbanzo bean.
Garbanzo?
Garbanzo. Hey, got it.
All right, what are you having, honey? The meatball sandwich, pasta with meatballs, or you can have a vegetarian dinner.
During this pilot, we maintained a cafeteria manager and then added a chef in each of the schools.
You want the pasta meatballs or a meatball sandwich? All right.
Santiago is really passionate about cooking. He's really passionate about engaging with kids.
You want broccoli? What about broccoli?
So I think it was a good fit for him.
But I know she doesn't have bread over there, Liz.
Yeah, she doesn't have bread. So, rolls. She doesn't have rolls.
Rolls. We need 60 rolls.
You're gonna have the same or pasta with meatballs?
I want pasta.
You want meatballs?
We really didn't get a lot of the kids that want to try that chickpea. It's not a real
I gotta
hit for
try
the
it.
kids.
Enjoy your lunch.
I could see that the pasta was going a whole lot quicker than the chickpea stew.
You have broccoli, you have chickpea stew, you have pasta. For how many?
The last of the pasta.
That's it? How many kids?
100.
Yeah, almost 200. But your kids you're gonna feed in 3 more lunches?
It's just pasta. This is just pasta.
Just pasta. This is what happens, right? When you're trying new and innovative stuff, you just gotta hope for the best, prepare for the worst.
Another pasta with meatballs.
What plan are we on now? Like plan C?
Oh yeah.
Okay, keep going.
Your first meatball, right?
Pasta with no meatballs.
The place is Emmy Award thing, this would go big in Boston.
The change not really like it. For me personally, not really like it. I'm not that's true. I think you can see my face because it's too much. That's too much work.
With any kind of pilot and any kind of changes, some people can absorb the change, and for some it's a very drastic change. What you were doing 1 day a week is now going to be all the way up to 5 days a week. With Santiago being the cook and with Maricela being the manager, it probably created some stress.
We didn't have enough time to really sit down with each team and clarify roles and responsibilities.
You want a teriyaki sauce on the chicken? No?
Certainly, there was confusion and conflict.
What is that?
It's like a dessert. It's like a pie.
I'm gonna try that.
Okay.
The job's changed. In some cases, people were excited. I think it was emboldening.
Apple pie, apple crisp.
And for others, I think it was exhausting.
Stay to the left to I-90 East, Mass Pike, Boston.
Early in the morning when it's bread on toast. Peanut butter.
To serve this every day?
Yes. Now we're up to 5 days a week right now.
Oh
This is
God.
our first week of 5-day implementation.
What do you think of your new lunches? They're good?
You like them?
Do you like these? It looks so good.
Yeah, we had so many kids last year, and like behavior rates increase.
Oh,
after school because they weren't eating. They were starving. And so now they actually are eating, and there's much less problems. It was wildly different.
As they want.
I'm pretty sure they go by the federal regulations for kids serving sizes and the age range.
Wow.
This is why I feel such urgency. Yes. Yesterday, there's this new kid that just came in. Lost his mother, walked home one day after school to find that her and her boyfriend had overdosed. Yesterday before algebra class, I find him on the 3rd floor, and he looks at me and he goes, "Miss, I'm just so hungry." Whatever we're doing isn't enough, and we have not gotten the political power or political movement where people have taken and paying attention to this.
And don't you have you have funds?
We have $250,000 sitting in the bank.
Right, so it seems like that's really close.
That's what I said.
Right.
I can't understand this. That's double. Like, this can't be. Like, you move mountains in East Boston. If you didn't move those mountains, we would still be talking about it.
Yeah.
You know, it was at one time it was raise the money and we'll just kind of have this happen. So then we were fighting raising all this money. We got all the money, and then it was like, even though we have the money, no, we're not moving forward.
Erica's school ended up being a little bit more complicated than we had expected. We thought we could simply install new equipment in her current kitchen location. And the reality was that the plumbing and the trenching would be too expensive. And I think that's where the project has gotten hung up.
Do you want to see?
Well, I don't think December is something that is doable, but I feel like...
If you were a betting person, do you think you'd put your money on it and say that it might happen?
I think there's so much happening every day that it's hard to know. Just hold on.
All right.
Put everything
It's going to happen.
Is that Mission Hill? Is that what that is? That's the Fenway one?
Thanksgiving was coming up, and so we just thought, let's just throw something in that celebrates the holiday. Changes things up a little bit.
Yeah, we're gonna. I don't know.
Nobody told us that Corinne was coming. We didn't know Corinne was part of this deal. We just thought we were doing it. Corinne gets paid by food service, but Jill's her boss.
We can put them downstairs?
They never asked my opinion on anything. They just figured, okay, we're gonna do it like this, and me and my girls would run with it because it was part of our job. Got a kid picture of that? Water, I'm not working like this. No more, I'm done. Food service better do something quick. Smell it? I'm taking a picture of that because I'm not working like this. Somebody want to start the parfaits for tomorrow?
I can just press start on that, right?
Wait a minute.
Okay. I was like...
Don't worry about it. Oh yeah, me and her bumped a lot. But when she came, we had to treat her like she's one of ours.
We didn't think about it, but it's her kitchen, and I don't think we teed that up very well. I'm not sure that we really kind of thoughtfully said, here's what we're thinking about doing for a day, and we're gonna need to use your kitchen to prep parts of the meal.
Hi, Auntie.
Hi, Tori.
Okay, what else, honey? I've been here 23 years. I never did this. Now we're running around at 4 o'clock in the afternoon. We're here cooking turkeys.
Aren't they getting paid though? Like?
Nobody's getting paid. Just me and Martha right now. They don't get nothing extra. They work 8 hours. That's it. The union's got to step in, and the union's got to say, okay, everybody's on the same page.
So, Sandy, how is it over at PJK? How's it working out? With
Good. It's working out. She doesn't talk to me.
She don't want to do this. Like nobody wants to do the hard work, right, Santi?
Yeah.
Nobody wants to do it.
That's her problem, Maria. You know, she don't want.
That's what a lot of people's problem are.
That's why
So we're gonna make.
So against to it, right?
Yeah, she don't want to cook. She didn't sign up for that, she said.
Yeah.
These turkeys are raw, right? Food service is saying they're not raw. I go, they're raw. She goes, what do you mean they're raw? I go, do I speak funny? They're raw. They didn't know they were raw. Yeah. Corinne, you're my witness. Give me that, That's the stress ball. Oh. 5, 6, 7, 11, 12, 13. Where's Nancy? Nancy, can you count this real quick? I gotta go.
So, Kathy, what we were talking about is we would place, a single order to be delivered here for all 3 schools. Corinne would order, Corinne would receive, or we'd work out some way to do that.
Kathy Connie, the president of the union, wanted to know all the labor that's involved, make sure I'm fully staffed, nobody's overworked and underpaid.
Jenny has not been happy with the way it's been going on.
Okay.
Right.
Talk to me about
She
that.
knows, I told her.
We never agreed to have someone from the outside do our ordering and all that part.
Corinne came in and she kind of tried to take over, but it's my kitchen.
So we suggest they bring in another person. They hired Corinne.
Corinne don't communicate with me. If there's something, she'll go on the computer and communicate with the Shaw Foundation.
Caitlin was
but
over.
She's not part of food service.
Yeah, she is. She's paid.
They hired her?
Yeah, Kathy, I just found out today.
Jenny, you need to speak up. You need to talk about everything that you're talking to us about.
Yeah. All right.
Because this is all different from the MOA that we agreed to. We were left in the dark. Jenny was too.
Well.
We didn't know what was going on.
I'm very sorry about that, Kathy. I didn't realize that. We're at the part of the pilot now where we've figured out how things work at the spokes.
Okay.
So they're working really well. Yours is obviously amazing.
Oh, thanks.
It's like, thank you. My entire life in business, it's been much more of a game. And so you just take the straightest line that you can to win.
Now I'm going to a situation with her that is very hard to work. She's very rude, very disrespectful, and I don't think.
And I decided, I'm just going to try something. I will do my best to win their trust by treating everyone with love and kindness and by listening and doing all of these things that took a lot of time. So if you can hang in there.
All right.
I can't tell you how appreciative we are
It's my pleasure.
It's been really
I
fun.
enjoy working with the kids. I enjoy doing what I'm doing back. That's the only issue so far that I can work under that management.
And Marcella, we didn't give her enough love.
Maricella's leaving. She was like, I don't want Santi to leave. She says it's either him or me. I know my options. I will find her another position elsewhere, but if she doesn't want to be here, she doesn't have to. Right.
Maricela, she didn't make it.
Okay, so you can see we can press it.
Naima, she went to another school. She didn't sign up to cook. Melby is the only manager that made it.
What are you gonna have? Chicken taco?
Santi's fully staffed and he's doing well. Yep, that's good. We need a case of bagels for Friday, right? I work 50 hours a week. Because I stayed for the 2 hours for the hub and spoke. Meat sauce, meatball. Happy in my paycheck, yeah. And happy that I had people that wanted to do it. And they made it work. They made it work. Because I can't do it alone. I do it for the kids, Santi.
Yeah, that's what we're all in it for.
That's what I do it for. I don't do it for me. I don't do it for my girls. I don't do it for Jill. I do it for the kids.
The kids, yeah.
I supervised Corinne. Now, I think we would be lost without her.
When he calls, it goes like, no.
She's right up there with us, and she's like one of us now. They took away chicken nuggets, chicken patties, French fries, anything breaded or anything deep fried or whatever it was that they were used to. They just took it right away.
Green beans and broccoli.
Yeah, broccoli is good for you.
And they kind of adjusted. The kids adjusted to the food. I haven't seen any complaints.
This is the last hurdle.
If there's no indication that the school system that they're supporting a new vision,
If they're not behind it, it's not going to work. The East Boston pilot has demonstrated, without a doubt, that you can deliver fresh, healthy, real food that kids prefer, and it doesn't need to be vended.
So PJK is up 23%. And the Bradley's up 10% on days where we're serving this year.
Participation was up, it was cheaper, we understood how to operationalize it, these kitchens weren't very expensive, it had answered a lot of the big questions.
Basically, the money that we're saving is like money that we have after the reimbursement, so we're actually making money.
we strongly believe that both with philanthropic support and with city resources, we'll be able to expand this project across the entire city.
This year we have a lot going on in food nutrition services, starting off.
So we were very interested in which direction the school committee was going to move in. Would the school committee double down on Revolution Foods and say that the future of food would be with a food vendor? Or would the school committee choose a long-term vision of Boston cooking for Boston with the hub and spoke model?
The first project is the East Boston Hub and Spoke project. It embodies everything that we are doing and focusing in our school meal program by resetting the standards of how we provide meals to our students. We have awarded pre-plated meal contracts to 2 leading vendors, Revolution Foods for breakfast and lunch meals, and Preferred Meals for the after-school programs.
No offense to Revolution Foods. They're another provider providing us food covered with plastic. Quite frankly, I'm 1,000 times more excited by the hub and spoke models because that is creative, it's different, it's new, it's exciting, it's bringing fresh food, much fresher food to our children. Do not let bureaucracy in Boston Public Schools, no offense, Superintendent, I know you're trying to take it, or the city of Boston stop you. This is going to be how we revolutionize food service in Boston Public Schools.
We should have something in this deck that says the time is now because we have the backup of Rev Foods for the next 2.5 years. So, like, it's an easy way to transition. So the thing that keeps me up at night right now is how do we make sure that this transformation is actually a transformation? That it becomes embedded, that it's part of the DNA of the city, that the city believes this is foundational to these kids, to education, to their health and wellness, and that we'll never go back. 127 kitchens in 3 years. Are we gonna present that to the mayor? Like, do we want him to see the whole? Yeah, okay. Do we have a PowerPoint?
No. Template?
Template?
No.
So, shall we just make one?
Over the last 4 years, we've dedicated ourselves together to Boston's progress. And we can be a power of example to the nation and the rest of the world. In the next 4 years, we're also going to scale up our new food pilot program that's working at East Boston High School, the Kennedy School, the Bradley School, and East Boston's Early Learning Center until every single student in our district gets 2 fresh, nutritious meals every single day. Yep. I'll do lettuce, carrots, tomatoes, and cucumbers. I want to thank you guys for letting me come here and have lunch with you guys. It was awesome. I ate everything. I noticed some people didn't have broccoli on their plate, but that's all right. Broccoli's like the best vegetable in the world. This is an equalizer. Having nutritious meals in schools is a game changer. What's happening here will improve all of our young people's performance, improve their futures. You started something special here in the city of Boston, and I want to thank you. We're expanding this program. We're ready to go with 30 kitchens next year in our school systems.
Before, the lunches were not so great.
We used to have very few options to pick from, but this lunch has changed our lives.
I think first and foremost, cities and towns are capable of feeding thousands and thousands of students across our country every day. We've learned we don't have to rely upon for-profit vendors to do this work for us, but in fact, we can do it ourselves. We should be able to use our buying power to change the market.
I know. I don't think that bureaucracies can change very easily on their own. Philanthropy, it can be an instigator. It can give a bureaucracy the breathing room it needs to take risks. They couldn't have done that on their own. They were trying to just feed kids.
Hey, Jenny.
I think collaboration is key.
You want to be an agent of change? I would say, know your people. You will need more labor. Of course you do. But we're lowering our food costs because we're able to control it through waste and through inventory practices and improving procurement practices.
I'm very optimistic about the food system because we really only screwed it up for about 5 decades. And I believe that the awareness around food is such that it's not going backwards.
Most of my girls saw it on the news. And I came in and says, hey, we did it. And they're like, we did what? Well, they didn't even announce us. They didn't say anything about us. They just said that we're gonna do it. I go, but we did it. That's all we need to know is we did it. And that was it.
There are 30 schools in Boston that are getting new kitchens, and we're not one of them.
Really? So we're not getting a kitchen?
Hearing that
Okay with that answer?
we're not on the list to receive a kitchen is like, I don't have words, honestly. Like,
I believe the concern ultimately was Erica's school needed a brand new kitchen. It would no longer simply be a equipment installation project, but I still believe that under Erica's leadership, that will get done.
The goal was to feed the kids better food. There was one day where Ross and I were over at the PJ Kennedy School, and Ross said, you gotta come see this, and he waved me into the cafeteria. And you know, these cafeterias are raucous, and there's kids, and there's lots of movement, and people always seem to be yelling. And I walked around the corner, and there was just this lovely hum. And kids were just sitting there, and they might have been talking, but they were talking fairly quietly, and they mostly were eating. And you know, and I almost cried because it was beautiful.
We're going to the mayor. Do you have any ends? You said you could text him. Do you have his phone number?
No.
Let's work on that.